Good morning, third graders. Today we're going to keep working on graphs for one more day. Today's graph would be probably called a tally chart. So I'm going to show you how to construct a tally chart. First, notice this information is already in a graph. It's in a bar graph. So as a teacher of math, I like that the information is already in a graph. We're just going to turn it into a different graph. This information is the most medals for figure skating, men's and women's, since as of 2018, so very recent. And this is medals for individual and team, and you can see United States has 50, and then East Germany towards the right has 10, and East Germany doesn't really exist anymore. Anyway, we're going to use this information to make a tally chart, not a bar graph. So real quick, a little history lesson. The Soviet Union doesn't really exist anymore. Russia was part of the Soviet Union. Now Russia is its own country, and Soviet Union no longer really exists. Same as East Germany. Anyway, I'm going to pick 5 countries or nation states to work with here for my data. Just going to pick 5, and I'm going to show you the 5 I'm going to pick. So I'm going to pick the US, the Soviet Union, Canada, Sweden, and France. So again, I'm going to pick my 5 data points, my 5 units, my 5 subjects, and I'm going to make a tally chart. One line is going to equal 1 medal, and a picket fence, or the 5 with that line through it, is going to be 5. Remember, when you make tallies of 5, that's what we're going to do. We're going to group by 5. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then make it across, and that symbolizes a 5. So I think you all remember that. We're going to use that. Okay? So I'm going to pick my 5 countries. I'm going to start making my tally chart. So remember, here's my little workspace. There was my data. I kind of put them in order, circled the amount of medals per country. Then over here on a second draft presentation, I decided to put the countries in order from most medals to least as far as my 5 countries were chosen. Up here again, there's my key. And then what am I talking about? Labeling it Olympic medals, figure skating, per country. Okay? So in a minute, I'll be back to show you how to make your tally chart. Okay, I'm back. So I took my data, I made my chart. Now I'm filling in my info. Again, I wrote down my numbers underneath my subject. Just help me remember. Plus, it just reinforces what I'm doing. So the U.S. won 50 medals. Since 50 divided by 5 is 10, I have 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 5 is 50. Canada, 29, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, but I have 29. So that becomes 26, 27, 28, 29, and I make those all the way down to Sweden. Again, just notice the power of the graph. The more fences I have, the more medals I win. Again, you can visually see it. If we kind of go like this, it looks kind of like a bar graph, right? And again, the graph is, we can instantly kind of see a pattern here. So the country with the most medals has the most tally marks, the most fences, and the country, in this case with the least, has the least amount of tally marks or fences, okay? You're going to do something a little bit different. I'll be back to tell you about that in a second. Okay, third graders, so your turn. Instead of Olympic figure skating, though, I'm going to have you use this information, which I will send an attachment. These are the women who have won the most Olympic gymnastic medals. So I tried to make the total bigger. So notice our first person, Larissa. She has won 18, unbelievable, really. 18 gold medals. Notice under the dollar sign is the amount of total medals. If you notice, the other columns are gold plus silver plus bronze, and together those would equal 18. So use the big number, which is in the dollar amount. I just made that so you could see it. If you scroll down, there are 23 women. Pick 5 of them label their names, and then make a tally mark chart rather, like this. But instead of medals for figure skating, you're working with gymnastics. So use this data to make your graph with a tally chart like this. Okay? And please use the same key as I did. One picket fence, if you will, is 5, and 1 by itself is 1. Good luck with that. I look forward to seeing your results. Thanks for all your hard work. Really, really appreciate it. Good luck and thank you.